Many people experience this without realizing where it began. Often it starts close to home, in families where emotions were present but rarely named, where moods filled the room without explanation, where staying calm mattered more than being honest, where being sensitive slowly turned into being responsible for how everyone else felt. You learned how to read the atmosphere, how to adjust yourself, how to stay composed. Over time, that awareness became a habit of carrying, not just your own feelings, but the unspoken weight of others. The disappointment no one voiced, the tension everyone pretended wasn't there. This kind of caring doesn't feel dramatic, it feels normal. You grow into it so early that it becomes part of how you exist. You don't question it, you just keep holding. And because you are capable, because you don't collapse, because you keep functioning, no one notices how much energy it takes. Even you stop noticing, until one day you realize that rest doesn't fully restore you. Silence doesn't feel peaceful, and being alone is the only moment your body finally softens. This is not because you are doing something wrong. It is because you have been open without boundaries for too long. In Buddhist understanding, suffering does not arise only from pain. It arises from confusion, from not seeing clearly what belongs to us and what does not, from mistaking proximity for responsibility, from believing that if we feel something, it must be ours to resolve. Compassion without clarity slowly turns into a burden. Empathy without discernment turns into exhaustion of the nervous system. The Buddha did not teach withdrawal from life, nor self-sacrifice as virtue. He taught balance, presence without absorption, awareness without identification. Many people believe that being kind means caring more, that being loving means staying available no matter the cost, that letting go would mean abandoning others. But this is a misunderstanding. Carrying pain that is not yours does not heal it. It only spreads into your body. There is a difference between witnessing suffering and storing it inside yourself. One is wisdom, the other is confusion. This is where we must face one of the most difficult hurdles, the difference between guilt and responsibility. In Buddhist teaching, guilt is not a virtue. It is a form of contraction, a subtle way the ego clings to the idea that we should have been able to control the uncontrollable. Guilt looks backward, it is heavy, paralyzing, and ultimately self-centered. It tells you that if you stop carrying someone else's pain, you are failing. Responsibility or karma is different. It is the wisdom of the present moment. It is the ability to say, I am responsible for my own intention and my own peace, but I am not responsible for the results of another person's journey. Guilt asks, how can I leave them in pain? Responsibility asks, what is the most helpful way for me to stand here without losing my own light? When you choose responsibility over guilt, you realize that by staying balanced and whole, you actually offer the world something much more valuable than another person who is drowning. You offer a shore. When you begin to notice this difference, something shifts. You stop automatically absorbing. You start relating. Here is a simple but powerful practice rooted in Buddhist awareness. When you feel tension rise in response to someone else's emotion, pause internally and ask one quiet question. Is this mine to carry? Not to judge it, not to reject it, just to see it clearly. Often the answer is no. What you are feeling belongs to the moment, to the dynamic, to the history between people. Seeing this does not make you cold, it makes you accurate. In Buddhism, accuracy is compassion. Boundaries are not walls. They are not rejection. They are what allow kindness to remain steady instead of burning out. You do not need to close your heart to protect yourself. You do not need to harden. You only need to stop confusing care with responsibility. You can listen without absorbing. You can remain present without carrying the emotional weather of the room. This is what a right relationship feels like. Not distance, not fusion, balance. Often, the deepest fatigue comes from staying in a posture that no longer fits, standing in readiness when no action is required, bracing when nothing needs to be solved. The nervous system learns from repetition. When it has been trained to anticipate tension, it continues even when the threat is gone. Slowing down here is not failure, it is re-education. Each time you notice yourself holding too much, name it silently and release it. This is not mine. I return it with care. This is not abandonment. It is clarity. Another Buddhist encouragement is the practice of right effort. Right effort is not pushing harder. It is knowing when effort nourishes life and when it creates harm. If you are constantly regulating the emotions of others, constantly adapting, and constantly smoothing things over, your effort may be misplaced. Right effort sometimes means stepping back internally, allowing others to feel what is theirs, allowing discomfort to exist without immediately fixing it. This is not indifference, it is respect for the natural process of cause and effect. Many people learned early that being useful was safer than being honest, that staying strong was rewarded, that understanding others mattered more than understanding themselves. But you are not your usefulness. You are not your role. You are not required to carry what was never consciously offered to you. You are allowed to be human without being the emotional anchor for everyone around you. This does not make you selfish. It makes you whole. There is another gentle practice you can try. When situations feel emotionally heavy, reduce the field. Instead of asking, "How do I handle all of this?" ask, "What is the smallest honest posture I can take right now?" Maybe it is listening without fixing. Maybe it is staying silent without guilt. Maybe it is leaving the room without explanation. Small adjustments restore balance more effectively than dramatic changes. The Buddha taught that suffering increases when we relate to everything at once. Relief often begins when we make life smaller. You may notice resistance to this, a feeling that if you stop caring, something bad will happen. This fear is understandable. It was learned, but observe it closely. Often what falls apart is not love, but the role you were playing, and roles can be released. What remains is more real, more grounded, more sustainable. As you finish listening, take a moment to visualize the people you care about. See the weights you've been carrying for them. Now, with a deep, slow exhale, imagine gently placing those weights back into their hands. Not with anger, but with a bow of respect. You are saying, "I love you, but I cannot walk your path for you. I return your strength to you." Feel your shoulders drop. Feel the space around your heart open. You are finally coming home to yourself. You don't need to resolve everything today. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to prove your kindness by absorbing pain that isn't yours. You only need to notice. Awareness itself changes the relationship. When you stop caring unconsciously, the body softens, breath deepens, energy returns on its own. If you have been feeling tired in a way that rest doesn't fix, consider this possibility. Perhaps nothing is wrong with you. Perhaps you have simply been standing in the wrong place for too long. Sensitivity is a gift, but only when paired with discernment. Let this be the moment you step back into proportion. Open, present. No longer holding what was never yours to begin with. You are allowed to care without caring. You are allowed to be present without being responsible for everything. This is not withdrawal from life. This is wisdom in action.